So it's almost January 1st. So that means it's almost Public Domain Day. There's some interesting stuff happening that's coming into the public domain this year, 2024, which is coming up. So from a legal perspective, the public domain is the space where no intellectual property rights exist. This means that works in the public domain may be used without any restrictions whatsoever. Fun. And is it legal to make money off of public domain stuff? Yeah, it is. As long as you are sure that the books or whatever work is in the public domain. There are no restrictions. So I can, me personally, or if anybody's watching, if you're an artist and you wanted to record some songs and release them, have already been hits, you can do that with public domain works. So let's check out what kind of tunes are entering into the wow, sound recordings from 1923 are now in the public domain too. So you can actually use recordings, there's all kinds of other types of music and stuff that has been released relatively recently, where people just want to share in the Creative Commons and everything. But this is the official works that were released for under copyright to make money. And anyway, Animal Crackers, which is a musical starring the Marx Brothers, is in the public domain January 1st. Mac the Knife, great tune. That's a jazz standard, oh wow. Original music was by Kurt Weill. Let's Do It, Let's Fall in Love by Cole Porter. Sonny Boy by George Gard da Silva, from the film The Singing Fool, starring Al Jolson. We all remember that, right? Good. When You're Smiling, Empty Bed Blues, I Want to Be Loved by You. Oh, here we go. This is fun. This next tune is called Makin' Whoopi. I think it was a song written about Whoopi Goldberg, who she's an actress. She won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her film role in the Patrick Swayze film Ghost. You're My Necessity, You're the Cream in My Coffee. I don't drink cream in my coffee. I Can't Give You Anything But Love, Baby. Lyrics by Dorothy Fields and music by James Francis. Ramona. Oh yeah, Ramona. Lyrics by L. Wolf. Yada yada yada. There's a Rainbow Around My Shoulder. Boku Jack. Lyrics by Walter Melrose. He's like that guy that lived in that place. And then Pickpocket Blues by Bessie Smith. Pickpocket Blues by Bessie Smith. That's one tune that I would be like, okay, well, let's check that out. But I can't release it until, after January 1st, if I were to record it. But anyway, so that's all musical compositions. And then sound recordings from 1923. Charleston. Yes, We Have No Bananas. Sweet. Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Recorded by Billy Jones, Furman and Nash, Eddie Cantor, Bell Baker, and the Lannon Orchestra. Yeah, that's what it is. That'll be a fun one. As soon as that goes public domain, then I can do instructional video with that song. I'm already cooking up in my head what I would be able to talk about with it. And maybe this is an interesting question that I don't know the answer to. So, if I make a bunch of money off of a tune like Yes, We Have No Bananas, does that go all to me, or what? I guess so. But But I mean, I can't claim songwriting credit for it or whatever. It would just have to be. I'm no lawyer. Downhearted Blues by Bessie Smith. Heck yeah. Loudy Loudy Blues, recorded by Ida Cox. Southern Blues and Moonshine Blues, recorded by Ma Rainey. There's a lot of old. This is some good old blues music. A lot of women blues women. Bessie Smith, Ida Cox, Ma Rainey, Hannah Sylvester, Down South Blues, Wolverine Blues, Tin Roof Blues, Tin Roof, Rusted. Tin Roof Blues, recorded by the New Orleans Rhythm Kings. That'd be cool to cover. Or like do a modern arrangement of it. That'd be kind of neat. But without any electronics. Kind of going away from the whole electronic thing. That American Boy of Mine and Parade of the Wooden Soldiers, recorded by Paul Whiteman and his orchestra. Dipper Mouth Blues and Froggy Moore. Who's Froggy Moore? King Oliver's Creole Jazz Band featuring Louis Armstrong. Oh, great. That's cool. So a lot of Armstrong stuff is going to start coming into the public domain. Bambalina, recorded by the Ray Miller Orchestra. And Swinging Down the Lane, recorded by the Isham Jones Orchestra, the Shannon Fort, and the Columbians. Okay, here's an interesting anecdote. In 2022, under a new law called the... Not anecdote. Here's an interesting blurb. Excuse me. In 2022, under a new law called the Music Modernization Act. Oh, this is fun. Decades of sound recordings made from the advent of recording technology through the end of 1922 went into the public domain. So I can check out all that stuff. Interesting. In 2023, there was a pause with no sound recordings entering the public domain. Really? Interesting. Now, in 2024, recordings from 1923 are open for legal reuse. You can download, remix, or use them in a soundtrack. You can create an entire soundtrack using public domain recorded works that are now digitized. Yes, these recordings are a century old, but better late than never. As you look through the list above, note that only the 1923 recordings made by these artists are entering the public domain, not their later recordings. That's a very important distinction, because it depends on the date of the recording as opposed to the date of the death of the author or the birth of the author or whatever. Oh, cool. To listen to old recordings, go to the Library of Congress National Jukebox. In 2024, the Library of Congress will make all of the 1923 recordings in its collection available for download from this site, while recordings from 1924 forward will be streaming only until they are in public domain. There's a Library of Congress National Jukebox. That's awesome. Dude, I didn't know this. What? This is cool. Browse all recordings. Guess like this is all it's a bit clunky. This is all public domain. Polish dance number 1. I'm Polish. Let's listen. Oh shoot. Oh, my rig is not set up. Okay. Man, that's cool. All right, and then one more little blurb. Jeez. Okay. Almost 10 minutes. That's pretty good. Sorry, I'm a tad sniffly. Copyright will also expire over works of art such as MC Escher's Tower of Babel woodcut. Fun. So a lot of MC Escher is going into the public domain. While we were able to locate the copyright records indicating that Escher's work is copyrighted through the end of 2023, we did not find definitive copyright information for other notable artworks. What we do know is that art published in 1928, including drawings, paintings, and photography, will be in the public domain in 2024. But many works were actually copyright free earlier due to non-compliance with the notice and renewal formalities that copyright law used to require. I'm not a lawyer, but it's fun. That gives me all kinds of fun tools to work with. And it's neat because with public domain works, you don't have to worry about anything with plagiarism or all that fun stuff, as long as you don't claim that it's a piece of music or art that you came up with on your own. You can just release it, have fun with it. It's meant for cultures to share and people to share amongst each other. Anyway, this all came from a Disney thing. Disney. So, finally, the first versions of Mickey and Minnie Mouse will become available for public use. So it's a big day because Disney has lobbied extensively for the preservation of copyright over Mickey Mouse. And I think they still have even won a bit of a battle now because it's only the Steamboat Willie, Mickey and Minnie that are entering public domain. I mean, imagine what that would do to Disney, because their whole, so much of their marketing and trademarking and whatever are revolve around Mickey Mouse's ears. But anyway, and then also, it's kind of crazy. House at Pooh Corner is coming into the public domain. And that's oh my gosh, that's such a good song. I'll have to record that one. That's a beautiful song. That is, I've done that with a student before. I didn't even know about the song, but it's it was famously covered by Loggins and Messina. They do such a beautiful version of it. Maybe I'll do that one. That's crazy. That song's coming into the public domain. All right, there's so much stuff to do in 2024. Anyway, that's been a little rundown of what's happening in music today.